Hey guys, it's Manny. What we're going to go over today is creating a WordPress site using an AMI, an Amazon Machine image, to launch this EC2 instance pretty quickly. So within 2 or 3 minutes, we'll be accessing our website, so our WordPress site. Okay. So first of all, you want to go to the EC2 section, which is under Compute, under All Services. You want to go to Instances. We're going to create a launch instance. In this case, we want a free tier eligible, but not here. We're going to go to the AWS Marketplace because there's a specific AMI that we want to get. So we're going to do WordPress. WordPress certified by Benami is one of the best ones at this moment. I know before I've used Lightspeed Cache, and actually that's the image that I have for my current website. But this one seems to be, after some testing, this is the best way to go about it. So go ahead and select here on the right hand side, and ideally you can see the hourly fees here. The image is free, but you will get charged per hour. Okay, so you can use a T2 micro for this, and that's what we're going to use. So in this case, just select the T2 micro, free tier eligible, click on next, configure instance details. This we're gonna leave it default. Remember, you can have your own VPC. Ideally, you just want to use the default one, right? Here, default subnet, everything default. The IAM role, it can just be empty as well. Shutdown behavior stop. This is just other settings that we don't need to touch. So next, add storage, 10 gigabytes. Of general purpose is good enough. Add a tag. We're gonna add a tag. The key name is gonna give it a name. So instead of doing it through the instance field, we can do it here. So we're gonna call it WordPress Bitnami. Okay. Then we're gonna click on next. Configure security group. This is ideally the best one, as you can see, WordPress certified by Bitnami. But this actually opens everything to everything, and that's not. I don't like that at all, actually. Let's create a new security group. Security group name is going to be WordPress Bitnami secured security group, right? So the SSH should only be your IP. HTTP and HTTPS is fine if it's from anywhere, right? That's fine. Or you can just do my IP as well if you want to be super safe and be like, hey, I don't care right now. This is just for testing, right? Review and launch. We'll leave it there. If we need to change it, we'll change it. Click on launch. Here, you want to choose an existing key pair. I'm doing it from Windows, so we're just going to create a new key pair, and we're going to say Bitnami key, Bitnami AMI key, and then we're going to download the key pair, and I'll show you how to use it. So save file. We're just going to save that, and we're going to launch the instance. Okay. So while the instance launches, we're gonna open PuTTYgen. I think it is, yeah, PuTTYgen. It's gonna say no key. We want to load a key. We want to go to downloads, and where is the Bitnami one? We'll go all files. Bitnami successfully imported foreign key. Okay. Then the key comments. That's fine. And we want to save the private key. Okay. Are you sure you want to save with a passphrase? Yep. And we can just save it to downloads too, and we're gonna call it Bitnami private key. Okay. Yep, that should be good enough. Yep, Bitnami. Okay. And that's it. So now we, while this is still loading, we want to go to PuTTY, and as you can see, there's already a few options, but you want to go to SSH because remember, we're connecting via SSH on port 22, and we need that key, that key pair that we created in EC2. So we're gonna browse. We'll go here, downloads, Bitnami private key, right? The one we just saved. We're gonna go to session, and here, ideally, you want to save it just because. Just save that key so you don't have to do it every time and import the key, etc. So we're gonna call it Bitnami. Okay. Bitnami, WordPress, and we're just gonna save it. So it's going to be there, and that's going to populate also your key. Okay, we're going to drag this to the side. The following instance launched have been initiated. Cool. Okay, so we have an instance initializing. Just go ahead and select it. Remember when we use the tag name, right? The name key gives us this value, WordPress Bitnami. It's running. Okay, so first let's see if we can actually reach something. So let's go to public IP before DNS copied. Open another tab. Go to it and see if we have access to it. It's still initializing, so it might take a little bit still. Let's select it again and private, public. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure I actually selected the public IP. So public IP and DNS, we'll go through there. Let's make sure everything is okay. Security wise, we did put 80 and 443 2 hours, but we just have to give it a second, so we'll do that. In the meantime, actually, so we're gonna go select it. For PuTTY, we need to get the public IPv4 DNS. Okay, EC2. So we're gonna go here. We'll go to PuTTY. We're gonna go put it there, and we are going to use the user that we need to connect. So remember, WordPress Bitnami. You will learn it eventually, but Bitnami, this is how you need to connect. So you need to use Bitnami as the user and then USSH through there. So let's save that. Okay. Open. Server host key is not cached in the registry. You have no guarantee that it serves the computer you think it is. I'm pretty sure. Okay, cool. So using the username Bitnami, we were able to authenticate with the public key that we used and we brought in. So then we arrive here. Pretty straightforward, right? We downloaded the key. We used the key with PuTTYgen to import the PEM and then turn it into a PPK. So we could use that key to be able to authenticate via SSH to the instance in AWS. Okay, so we're gonna put this on the side in case you need to do extra configuration. Let's see if this actually already finished. Okay, so this finished initializing. Let's see if we can access it. And this should be a lot faster, right? So there might be issues with DNS in this case. So my idea of closing the security group was a bad one. So we can go to security, and there's the security group, and you can see the inbound rules here. We're gonna change this, and we're gonna see if that's the case. So edit inbound rules. We're gonna click anywhere IPv4, HTTP and HTTPS, save rules. This will update, right? Then we can go to EC2 instances running. Let's just drag this up a little bit. Okay, so now let's see, we probably need to refresh this because security group here was updated, right? Okay, so let's just refresh this. Okay, perfect. Security group are working properly. Instances is running, and security tab shows me that it's open. Okay. So that's what it was. So accept the risk and continue, and you should be able to see your website. So it's kind of cool that I ran into that problem because we were able to figure out, and it helps you kind of taking a look. Hey, look, I can't connect to it. What are the issues? And it's very likely a security group problem where you try to be, in my case, too secure to only allow access through port 80 and 443 from my network, but that is not always the best case, especially if you're trying to access it through HTTP. Okay, so if you guys have any other questions, let me know. If you want, of course, I think further to log in and kind of change things, we can actually get some information from this. So WordPress Bitnami, you go actions, you go to monitor and troubleshoot, I think it is, yeah, and then get system log, right? It's kind of awesome how straightforward this is. But you'll see setting Bitnami application password to this string, and the default application username is user. Okay, all right, so that password, you got it. We were able to just if you guys don't remember how we got here, is either use a public DNS name or the public IP. Put a /admin. That will redirect you to the wplogin.php, and that's fine. The username is going to be, as you saw, user, and the password that you should have copied is going to be that password. And I don't want to save. And you're here now. You don't even have to SSH, but I just put that as an extra thing if you want to do something else. So in this case, right, so if you want to change different things, etc., you can do it through here, SSH, or you can also do it through the WordPress console. Okay, if you have any other questions, please let me know. But yeah, thanks.